What is going on, guys? It is Vital here today, bringing you another video. And today I was going to do a little bit of a commentary about the roles that people play in a competitive Call of Duty match, aka what everyone does to win a match. And the reason I want to do this is because I've been seeing a lot on Twitter and on listening and watching the live streams that pros and people in general just think that your KD is the end-all be-all and it's what makes your team win. So basically, the team with the highest KD is going to win. And while that is sometimes true, there is more to competitive Call of Duty match and a competitive Call of Duty player than just KD. And it kind of sucks because there's a few players in general that don't get as much credit as they should.
Get killed.
And I really wanted to make it known. So basically, when you're playing a competitive Call of Duty match, certain players do certain things, aka, I don't know why I said aka, but basically you have your objective player, which normally is hopping on the hard point, grabbing the flag in CTF, planting the bomb, and grabbing the uplink ball in uplink. And when you do these things, you can't kill as good as your slayers, which is like your players who are designated for mostly killing. And then you have your support, which is basically supporting all the slayers. So it's basically like another slayer that trades kills effectively. And what I mean by trading is one player kills someone, then that player gets killed, then the support player will kill the player that killed your teammate. So basically, your teammate shoots this guy, as I'll show. This is a guy. I shoot him. He kills. I shoot the sentry gun, this guy kills me, like that, and then my teammate, the support player, would kill that guy. Basically, it's just for effective trading, and the support players and objective players don't get as much credit as the slayers, as in, support players probably aren't going to drop the most kills, neither are the objective players. But it's what they do on the map that helps win the game, and I keep getting system hacked and it's getting kind of annoying, but, I'll take Optic Gaming as an example because I feel like they're a really good example of what I'm trying to say. Again, so basically, you have Nadeshot, and Nadeshot doesn't get as much credit as he should because everyone thinks that because he only has like a .9 KD that he sucks, and that's just not true because what he does is completely different. Nadeshot always is getting on the hard point. He's getting all the time, and that's why there should be like a stat for the objective, like how much time did this player stay in the hill, or how much time did this player have the flag, and that's basically like a huge thing when it comes to the pros because they just compare their KD, which isn't the best way of knowing how a player plays. So basically, in Optic Gaming, you got Nadeshot. He has like a .9 KD, which you look at and you're like, wow, he's not very good, but then if you watch him play, you see what he does. He is the only reason that the team can win because he has to get all the time on the hard point, or the slayers around him couldn't win. I mean, obviously they would have someone on the hill, but I'm just saying theoretically, like say Optic didn't have Nadeshot, they didn't have their objective player, then how would they win? So then you have Scump and Formal, and Scump and Formal, Scump is a submachine gun slayer, so his main job is just to kill around Nadeshot, and you know, you can be like, oh, he's a kill whore and he doesn't get on hills, but when Nadeshot's in a hill, he doesn't need to be in the hill too. He can slay around him. And in this game, it's a little different because more than one person will get in the hill at a time. So really, I would say Black Ops 2 is a way better example because there were actual roles in Black Ops 2. Like in Black Ops 2. Your objective player was your objective player. He didn't do much else than play the objective. Your slayers, you were your slayers. They didn't play the objective. Like, your support was your support. And then Ghost came around and kind of ruined that because everyone was hopping on flags in domination and scoring in blitz. It's kind of the same way in this game now because Ghost brought it over to this game. But Scump's basically your submachine gun player. Always uses the ASM-1 normally. I've only seen him use like an AR a few times. And then you got Formal. He normally runs a bow or other assault rifle, and he just holds lanes and he watches over hills, and he hardly gets like any defends or captures on the hard points because he stays right outside the hard point and just plays for Nadeshot, who's inside the hill.
I think it's just called danger close.
And then there's Crim. Now, for Optic, I'd say Crim isn't just another Slayer because he's just a god too, but he had to switch his role a little bit because there's so much slaying power. So he kind of just fills in the gaps, basically. That's what a support player does. Like, anywhere that there needs to be a player, he's normally the guy to do it, and he does it perfectly. And so, basically, Crim and Nade might not have as high KDs as Stump and Formal. That's just because they play different roles. I'm getting completely destroyed in this game, so it's not going to be very entertaining gameplay. But I just wanted to get that point across because a lot of people think that KD is everything, and it's really not. Like, for example, I'll probably play inside the hill most of the time on hardpoint. So I might not get as many kills as someone else on my team, but if we win the game, who cares, right? Like, the teams that argue about KD are normally the teams that are losing. Like, the teams that are selfless and play the hill and play the objective win the game. That's how it works. Like, the teams that just kill whore and don't care about the objective, they're not gonna win. So it's just kind of a just kind of like really dumb argument about KD, and I just don't feel like it's necessary, especially in the pro scene. I don't know, I really wanted to get that across right now. I just thought about ranting about it. Anyways, so if you guys are gonna be on a competitive team, just make sure you play the objective. Because if you have 4 kill whores on your team, you're fine.
Oh, look at this kill cam.
Anyways, we got completely destroyed in that game, but thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.